Coming to you live from my new living room. Hey, la voila. Well, hopefully I don't twist nothing going back down. What is going on, people? Welcome to Big Man Outdoor Adventures. Today, I'm getting back to doing something that I feel like I didn't leave right the last time. Which is what, you ask? Well, it's bushcraft. All right, you see, the last time I tried to build a nice big teepee shelter, and, well, it didn't work. So that's kind of left, you know, a little bit of, what do you call it, a craw in your jaw, something like that? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, but I've been meaning to get back at it, and since I'm still waiting for new hiking boots, this would be the time to do it because it involves a heck of a lot less schlepping around. It's mostly just working, so I'm wearing work boots. They're waterproof. But, you know, that's how we get at it. And so, we're back in Nachal Tekoa at the site of the crime. And I'm going to get back at it, and we're going to see what we can do. So, let's go get it. Let's have some fun. Oh, and by the way, I was right. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl. How about my boys? Let's go. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous morning in the Nachal, in the riverbed. Normally this is all brown, but it's rained a lot. It hasn't rained this week, which is nice. I could take a break, believe you me. But as you see, it's absolutely beautiful, green, absolutely gorgeous. Does not get any better than this. Loving it, baby. So we got the wind blowing the camera a little bit, but what I did want to show you is that we got some down trees. It rained a lot in the previous weeks, and that got pretty muddy, so a couple of these guys, really steep into the hillside, just got uprooted. Throw some wind in there, like a lot of wind, and that's kind of what happens. But for the purposes of bushcraft, this is kind of good news, man. Hopefully we're going to get some bark that we can use to cover up the whole thing, and a lot of wood, a lot of leaves that I wouldn't have had access to. Oh no, that's kind of good news. All right, so now that we get a nice close-up look at what's actually happened, you can see how the rocky ground around here, and I mean the ground is really, really rocky. You can see how if you combine that with some mud and some wind, I mean, that's it. That's all it's going to take to bring something like this down. And that's a big boy. This is not one of those little stick trees that you find in like the southeastern United States or something like that. It's a pretty decent sized tree right there. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of what nature on nature violence looks like. Major stroke of luck. So I came back to the site where I had built the previous place because it was flat. And as you can see, we already have kind of what makes up the top of a frame in a fallen tree going into a stump. That's going to make life, or it could definitely make life a lot easier. A lot of the same supplies sticking around. You can see not a whole lot's gone anywhere. And let's get at it. So as I get started on this, one of the tools that I don't talk about using often enough because I only really have it with me, specifically when I do bushcrafting stuff, is a machete. This is just something I got at the hardware store. It's a D2 steel. It's not one of the fancy brand names or anything, but it does the job real well. I think it's like an 18-inch. Saw works great. I literally just sawed up parts of the firewood actually with it, little sticks. And of course you got the branch clearing ability to get all of that brush that you need. Underrated tool. And it's something that a lot of people don't talk about when they're talking about camping or bushcraft or anything like that, because that's the only time you're going to use it. Maybe if you're in the Amazon. If you're hiking through the Amazon or somewhere really, really bushy, then yes. But in general, not as much. But in this case, we bring it out. We put it to work. So we got to clear off some branches from the top of here, just enough for me to build kind of the side parts of the shelter. And, well, standing 6'2" with a good reach, I'm going to be able to get off, you know, enough of this, I think. So, step back. Should be good enough. So next up, we gotta get some poles up along the side. A lot of logs around here. Shouldn't be too hard. Just a little bit of lifting, no big deal. Okay, so we're headed in the right direction. All right, we're getting some sticks up. I've gone and done a bunch of sawing off camera. You don't really want to watch me saw that badly, do you? Whatever. Things are coming the way we want to go, and hopefully we're going to get some walls up. We really only got to get about enough room for me to lie down, and that's as much as you want, because the rest of it is all just insulation and trying to keep some warmth going. So let's keep going. Of course, I'm breaking a rule that I made for myself today, which was no going up steep faces, but there was some stuff I wanted to get up there and kind of just roll down. So I broke my rule. Hopefully I don't twist nothing going back down. Hey, la voila. We have the makings of the base of the frame done. Hooray for us. This is the most important part of the day right here. You see this? Corned beef and salami on a baguette. All right, you get to have goodies when you're putting in some work doing some bushcraft. It's good stuff, baby. All right, so we've gotten the most important part of the day done, which is lunch. What do you want? I'm fat, okay? You deal with it. It's your problem, not mine. It was really yummy. Now, onward and forward, we got to fill in those walls, baby, and we got to make this the real deal. So, let's go find some materials and let's get at it. Now, when a log is too heavy, and that's too heavy even for me, what you do is you do what I've done. So you see right down there where all those logs are stacked up, I got to get that from there over to here. So what I did is I took a rope, I tied it around, and I just dug in with my legs and pulled that bad boy. It's up a little slope. Nothing too bad. But it sure as heck feels a lot like, you know, the sprints and all that other stuff at the end of practice back in the day. Weiter. Forward and march. Let's get this done. Folks, this is getting tiring, baby. It's okay. We're making some progress. It's getting a little later in the day. Also okay. A little bit of wind. You can see us moving the camera around a little. Sorry about that. We're going to keep going here. We're going to try and get this thing done as best we can before we lose some light. Okay, so right about now, we're filling everything in with twigs and smaller branches to kind of close the gap, and that should do it, man. It's a little tedious, but it's going to get the job done, man. This is going to be, as we say around here, mamish gewaltig. It's going to be awesome. So I just kind of want to move around here and show you what we've actually done, which is something I would not have done earlier when it was a lot drier, which is using a lot of these small branches to fill in. Now, it's not absolutely perfect. We're absolutely staying out here. I would do a lot more filling in, but it is going to divert a lot of water and a lot of wind and basically trap it. And frankly, if you're wearing a jacket and a sleeping bag, at that point, you're good. This is really meant to be a survival shelter. It's meant to be something that you can basically ride out an emergency situation in. It's not meant to be something that you live in. But it gets the job done. And, you know, it's a home with a whole view. Check that out. It's one of my videos, so you got to get a view. All right, folks, coming to you live from my new living room. Yeah, that's right. New 2026 construction. We did it, baby. We built a bushcraft shelter. That's a goal off our outdoor list. Like, I'm really happy with myself right now for getting this bad boy done. It's crude, but that's what it's supposed to be. So I'm really happy that we managed to do this today. I guess by we, I mean me. Because I suck at working with my hands. When I show this to my wife, she's going to think that somebody helped me for sure, because there's no way I could do this. Believe you me, I can't take a hammer and make a nail into the wall. All right? At least not without cracking the wall. But I can do this, because it doesn't have to look nice. Anyway, yeah, man. That's it. This is like the grown-up version of playing Fort, but it's a lot of work. You know, I will tell you right now, one of the things they don't tell you when you see like a lot of videos on the internet where guys are making these shelters is it requires some serious carpentry skills. I don't have any of them, but I did figure out how to use a saw. I figured out how to use a machete. I figured out how to use a knife. Okay, I knew how to use a knife. Sort of. And a hatchet. I even managed to make a fire over there that has since gone out because I stopped paying attention to it, which you're not supposed to do. I've done some outdoor stuff, man. Now I just have to, you know, like if I decided to go walk a few miles and like shoot a deer and then like go kayaking or something, I would have done the outdoor trio. By the way, the big key to doing this bad boy today, you see this? Hardware store, maybe like, I don't know, I think it was 99 shekels. That's like, what, 35 bucks? 33 bucks? 33 bucks and 33 cents. Little camping folding saw. All right. D2 steel. Not the greatest of steels, but it's a tool steel, and this is tool work. So, pretty content with ourselves. Pretty content with myself. And, of course, another big hero of today, because I don't have my machete with me right this second. Cold Steel Survivalist. This is a very serious, heavy-duty outdoor knife. It's a small Bowie knife. You know, it's an outdoor knife. It is a belt knife, but it's really a Bowie. All right, ridiculously sharp. Gets a lot done. I can hack away with it a little bit because it's got some pretty heavy weight. Another hero of the day. All right. And that's about going to do it. I don't have any water left, and I got to walk back a little bit, and it's getting a little bit chilly. So, on behalf of Big Man Outdoor Adventures, we'll see you next time. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you actually watch this till the end and you don't like and subscribe, you're a schmuck. Nah, just kidding. I love you. Hasta luego.